I would say the one guy that I was the most proud of, most proud to call one of my best friends and one of my best buddies, Ji'Ayir Brown out of San Francisco 49ers. His nickname's Tig, and that's actually how I'll refer to him. But Tig and I went way back, and I think this is actually a great way to kind of end the podcast. And this is something that I didn't talk about, but is very, very important. And during the COVID year, 2020, Coach Franklin came out and he talked about how the locker room is the most pure form of what the world should look at when it comes to replicating it. It doesn't matter race, it doesn't matter religion, it doesn't matter what economic background, your finances. None of that has any bearing in the locker room. The only thing that matters is that you're going toward one goal, and that is to win for the community that you're putting on your chest. And that was Penn State for us. And it hit me because it was such a tough time in 2020. But Tig and I got really close, and I learned quickly, how tough. I come from St. X, Cincinnati, Ohio. I didn't have many issues when I was growing up. I just didn't run into them. And if they were nothing compared to some other person. So why was I, getting too down on it? But Tig comes from Trenton, New Jersey, somewhere where I've talked to him at long extents of his background and the tough times that he was brought up. And to see just how he's a beacon of light, a beacon of hope for his community, for his family, for the people that he's a part of and that see themselves in him. He is just such a fantastic human being. And I'll say this, when I saw him after the game, yes, I was pissed. I definitely was. But I was so happy for him because I knew he'd have an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. I had a feeling that you guys would go get past, because we had the same feeling. Because if we beat you guys, we were going to the Super Bowl. That was our thought. So I knew that he was going to have that opportunity, and I just thought about that guy who I'd met at Penn State and all those different times that he encountered, all the trials and tribulations that he had to go through in his career and in his life. And man, I would say, Ji'Ayir, because he just deserves it. He's a dude who is one of the best people I've ever met. Super sincere, cares about everybody else other than himself, and the end of the day, is a perfect example of the more you can give, the more you will get, because just great human. So yes.